This slide shows the 5-layer architecture behind our KPI reporting. At the bottom sit the source systems, ERP, CRM, ServiceNow, procurement portals, GRC, and ESG reporting. These generate the raw data. SharePoint is the single system of record. Every KPI definition, its owner, thresholds, data source, and lifecycle status live here. It also stores all workflow logs so we have a full audit trail. Power BI is the sole presentation layer. Certified datasets, row-level security, and scheduled refresh ensure that every number is trustworthy and current. The rule is simple. If a number is not on the Power BI dashboard, we do not discuss it at the board. No parallel spreadsheets, one version of the truth. Every KPI follows 9 lifecycle stages. Let me highlight the critical ones. K1 Identify. A measurement needs surfaces during either development or sales. K2 Define. The owner creates a formal record in SharePoint with name, formula, data source, target, and tolerance band. K3 Validate is where the data steward confirms the data source actually exists and meets quality standards. K4 is the functional veto gate. Legal, risk, and procurement each review the definition and can block it via Power Automate. K5 Approve. K6 Publish to the Power BI dashboard. K7 Monitor with automatic RAG updates. K8 Review covers both scheduled and trigger-based reassessment. K9 Retire archives the KPI when no longer needed. Each KPI sits in exactly one lifecycle state: draft, in review, approved, active, under review, or retired. Every transition has defined entry and exit criteria. This slide explains how KPIs move from development to commercial governance. During time to market, agile release trains create working KPIs: sprint velocity, defect rates, operational readiness. These live in SharePoint as draft or in review and are visible to art teams but not to the portfolio board. At each program increment boundary, a Power Automate workflow promotes working KPIs that meet quality criteria to active status in the formal library. The same promotion logic runs at DP3, the gate where we decide if a product is ready for sales execution. In the time-to-customer phase, SP4 health reviews use operational data, SLA metrics, and the sustainability score to drive maturity decisions. The sustainability score is a hard stop at SP4. Below threshold means no service activation. The functional veto is one of the most important mechanisms introduced in Rev C. Accountability sits with product management. The product manager owns the KPI definition, targets, and business rationale throughout the lifecycle. What is new are the guardians. Legal, risk, and procurement hold a structural hard stop veto at K4 and K6. If any of them rejects, Power Automate blocks the transition from in review to approved. It is not advice, it is a workflow enforced block. This prevents 3 problems we saw before Rev C: vanity metrics with no real measurement value, hidden vendor risks in third-party data dependencies, and legal exposure from unvetted customer metrics used in regulatory reporting. Every veto holder has a status: pending, approved, rejected, or not applicable. The KPI cannot proceed until all are resolved. This slide shows what happens when a KPI goes off track. Green means on target, no action needed. Amber means within tolerance, typically plus or minus 10 to 15%. The KPI owner has 10 business days to document a root cause analysis and corrective plan. Red means tolerance is breached. This triggers automatic escalation. The governance function is notified immediately. The owner has 5 business days to produce a corrective plan and the portfolio board is flagged. A red KPI automatically generates a recovery item on the next board agenda. Beyond scheduled reviews, trigger-based reviews fire on governance track changes, data source decommissions, or 2 consecutive periods of deviation. All of this is automated through Power Automate: thresholds, notifications, escalation items, and response tracking. No surprises at the board.